good morning, incoming Pelicans, our regional and international students, and welcome to pre-departure session 2. We're super excited to have you guys very soon joining us at the St. Augustine campus at the University of the West Indies in sweet Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to invite you guys to just place some icons in the chat. Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know where you're flying in from. We're very excited to see you guys and engage with you guys. Of course, as I said, this is pre-departure session 2. It's an experience part of your first year experience program that seeks to prepare you before you actually arrive in Trinidad and Tobago. So once again, very excited to have you guys here, waiting to see some flags in the chat. I'm seeing St. Lucia, I'm seeing the Antiguan flag, that's Dominica. Wonderful Grenada. We have a lot of people from the islands coming in. That's great to see. The Bahamas. Wonderful. Jamaica. Good. Very excited to have you guys here very soon in Trinidad and Tobago at the UWI St. Augustine STA campus. I'm seeing St. Vincent. I'm seeing more Antigua. Very good. Lots of islanders coming in, and that's always very exciting. So before we start off, I just want to say once again, congratulations on being accepted into the University of the West Indies STA. We can't wait to share our culture with you guys. We can't wait for you guys to come here and experience all that Trinidad and Tobago has to offer. And we can't wait to learn more about yourselves, your homelands, and the experiences that you have to share. So at this point, I want to pass over to Mr. Jarrell Alder to give a welcome remark from the Student Engagement Unit. Mr. Alder, over to you.
Thank you so much, Joseph, and good afternoon, everybody. It's really nice to see the engagement in the chat. So many of you guys coming in, as Joseph mentioned, from the region, and I know further afield. So we're very happy to be welcoming you this year to the UWI St. Augustine campus. And I just wanted to highlight this afternoon the importance of this group that we call regional and international students. You form a very important part of our campus community, and we want you to know that you are definitely valued. And so through our campus's first year experience program, you will find that we remain committed to student-centeredness. So you would hear more a little later on in this session, the different ways that we intend to support your adjustment and your transition into the campus community. So I know particularly for you, leaving your home country, entering into a new territory, can come with different emotions, can often also come with some challenges. And so we're here to reassure you that as a campus, we are committed to supporting your success. So I'm hoping that by now you are familiar with us at the Division of Student Services and Development, or the DSSD. And I'll ask my team to place our Instagram handle in the chat. So if you are not already doing so, now is a good time for you to start following us on social media so that you stay updated with everything that we have to offer. So incoming students, just again, reassure you that we are starting from a place of empathy. We understand that this is a huge undertaking for you, leaving your home country and venturing into a new territory to pursue higher education. And we're so very grateful that you've chosen us at the UWI St. Augustine campus. And so we are committed, as mentioned before, to ensuring that you succeed every step of the way. So we invite you to come along with us on this ride that we call the First Year Experience Program. Stay tuned for all of the initiatives that we have planned for you. And again, you'll hear about them a little later on. So at this stage, we're just asking you to stay reassured, knowing that you have a support network, you have a new family that you're going to be joining at the UWI St. Augustine campus, and we're asking you to get involved in the First Year Experience program. So again, a very warm welcome to you. We look forward to engaging with you in person, engaging with you at the airport, and all the way through when you start your semester with us at the UWI St. Augustine campus. So welcome again. Thank you for being here. We are encouraging you to take notes as we go along, to ask questions as well. We're here to support. And again, we look forward to your arrival in Trinidad and Tobago. So thank you, and Joseph, I'm handing back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alder. And as Mr. Alder would have said, we are excited to support your transition into Trinidad and Tobago, into the University of the West Indies. Our Instagram handle has been placed in the chat. So do engage with us on social media, follow our page, follow the UWI St. Augustine's page, because a lot of critical updates go up on the page in case you might miss it in your email. Always check your student email. I can't stress that enough. Very, very important. And yeah, we're just really excited to have you guys. I saw some more flags go up. I saw someone said they were from Belize. I believe that's the British Virgin Islands flag there. So very excited to have you all. So we want to do a little bit of an icebreaker if you can. I'd like you guys to just type in the chat one thing that you're super, super excited about to experience in Trinidad and Tobago. One thing that you're super excited to experience in Trinidad and Tobago. The one thing that you could think about when you think of Trinidad, you say, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I want to try that. Somebody say the food, the next food. I want to know which food specifically. What food from Trinidad and Tobago have you heard of that you're like, definitely, yeah. Aha, I saw someone say the doubles. Roti and doubles, doubles again. Carnival culture. Yes, a very big part of our cultural identity is carnival. So we can't wait to share that with you all when you come here. I saw someone said the music, of course, our soca is so unique and our calypso. Somebody said bust up shot, going specific into the roti, and I like that. I like that. So of course we're very, very excited to share that with you all. But before we can do that, you all have critical information that you all need to know. And one of those things is when you come here, of course, this is going to be your new home. And of course, you'll be residing here. So we have a wonderful, wonderful speaker with us today. His name is Mr. Kevin Snuggs, and he is the manager of the Student Accommodations Office at the DSSD. And he'll be speaking to you a little bit on hall accommodation and hall life. So, Mr. Snuggs, thank you for joining, and over to you.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome everyone. Welcome. I know it must be a very exciting time, also a bit of a nervous time for you as you prepare to come down to St. Augustine. I'm going to do a quick presentation, talk about what sort of expectations you have for coming on hall. So I'm getting started. Basically, as you prepare to move on to the campus here at the UWI St. Augustine, there are a few key points you should know about the halls of residence. First up, your hall agreements that you would have received start on Sunday, the 24th of August. So check-in for the hall start on Sunday, 24th of August. You are free to move in on that day or any day after that. We recommend that you come within sort of the first week, but if you are delayed, you can check in up until the end of September. If you're arriving prior to the 24th, please contact your hall admin or send us an email to tell us that you're coming in early. It's important to note that if you're arriving before the 24th, the fees that were quoted to you doesn't include prior to the 24th. So there will be a charge per day for arrivals before the 24th. Now I want to bring a little something very important to you. You would have all received a welcome letter from your particular hall when you received your hall agreement. I know it was a long letter, and I realize a lot of people have not read it. I see Vikram Danraj joining the chat. I know he's coming into the hall, so welcome, Vikram. But I want to go back to that welcome letter. Please go back to the emails that you received when you got your hall agreement and read the letter. In the letter, it covers a number of different things. First of all, it talks about your hall agreement and the importance of you signing and returning your hall agreement. So I want to reiterate that. If you have not signed and returned your hall agreement as yet, please do so now. If you already signed it, great, you're in. The second thing on the letter was the contacts for the hall that you are staying at. My job as the student accommodation officer is an overall sort of administrative support of the halls. The day-by-day running of the halls is controlled by the managers and the hall supervisors of each hall. So I want to encourage you to reach out to them, and their contact information is provided under hall contacts on the first page of that welcome letter. Also on the second page, you will see who are the key people in each hall. I happen to also be the manager of the South Louis Hall, but you would also see the contact for the hall supervisor and most likely one of the administrative staff, either the hall secretary or the hall clerical assistant. These are really important people for you to know. Sort of day-to-day operations, when they're the ones that you will be reaching out to. So when you check in, basically from the point you check in, they are your point of contact. and it's important that you know who they are. So you will have in that welcome letter the address of the hall. This is important if somebody wants to mail something to you, and email contacts for the different key personnel. We also have information about moving in. And as I said, the move-in starts from August 24th, and you check in at your particular hall. So at each hall, we will have a welcome committee there waiting for you to meet you. They will show you where your room is. They will give you your room keys. You'll get your room assignment at that point, and also to give you a little bit of an overview, a brief overview of what to expect over the next couple of days. The resident assistants, we all have resident assistants at each of the halls, are currently in training this week. I actually was in training with them this morning. They will also be at the entrance, part of that welcome committee, and that will be sort of your first contact. So our resident assistants are students who are usually either postgraduate students or final year students who live on hall with you. So they're broken out and they have different responsibilities in different parts of the hall. And they are sort of your contact, your student contact throughout the time that you're staying on hall. It's a difficult time. It may be the first time you're traveling away. Use your RA. The RA will be there to assist you. My RAs have helped people learn to cook. My RAs have helped people learn how to wash. My RAs have just been there to sit down with you and talk to you when you're feeling a bit of homesick. My RAs are there to introduce you to other people on hall. Get to know your RA. Get to know the other people on hall. It will really make the experience of the hall a lot more enjoyable. Also in the welcome letter, well, I won't get into it. It tells you a little bit about how to pay your hall fees. It talks about scholarships and bursaries that are available to you, and a little bit about your hall. And then finally, towards the end of it, we go through what we recommend that you bring to the hall. All right, what you need for your room and what you need to make yourself comfortable. So there's a link in the welcome letter, which I will share which I'm going to go through now with you. So to give you some idea of what you sort of need. So first of all, for your bed, you get a single bed, which is a twin mattress. Those mattresses are usually 76 inches long and they're about 36 inches wide. So it's a single mattress or a twin mattress. So you're recommended that you need to work with your bed sheets. We recommend you bring a mattress protector or mattress pad, a pillow, and of course, pillowcases. In terms of your shower and your bathroom times, you want to make sure you walk with bath and face towels. You have all your toiletries that you normally use. If you're in an accommodation that has shared bathrooms, we recommend that you have a shower caddy or a basket to carry things around from your room to the showers. And of course, things like flip-flops and supplies like toilet paper and these sort of things are always important for you to have. In terms of personal items, we always recommend that people bring some pictures, maybe little framed pictures of your family. Don't forget your mobile charger. You want to walk with things like, you make sure you have your glasses, you have your contact lenses, you have cleaners, your prescription for any medication. So you may be on medication, walk with a prescription or walk with a copy of the prescription. So that if you need to fill it again, you have the prescription. Simple things like nail clippers, earplugs, all these different things, we recommend that you bring those items with you. Of course, clothing. There's no uniform in university, so make sure you have clothes to go to classes. A lot of people just simply wear jeans and a t-shirt, but of course you can make sure to look smart casual. What I will recommend to you, walk with something that is formal. One of your first activities is matriculation, so walk with your white shirt and your black pants or your black skirt. So if you have something a little bit more formal, gentlemen, bring a tie or walk with a little jacket or something like that, so that if there's an opportunity for you for professional environment or more formal environment, you're prepared. You need shoes for every occasion. You need shoes for classes. You need shoes for sports. And then once again, you might want to make sure you bring a formal pair of shoes if you want to do something formal. Of course, if you're going to church, you bring your church clothes as well. In terms of laundry, have a laundry basket or or work with things like, work with, a small set of laundry detergent. So if you want to do a wash as you started. So these are some of the items that we put in our what to bring list. I recommend that you go back to your welcome letter, click on that link and read through the full document. I haven't spoken about all the things. There's also an opportunity if you want to get a starter pack, and you can contact us about that, and we will help you to get recommendations on the starter pack. Now, if you're arriving early in the day, so say from lunchtime or in the morning or before 3 o'clock, your RAs or the hall committee can assist you with going quickly to town to pick up a few items. So go to the supermarket, get a few toiletry items, or even going into the main town and pick up items. But you want to make sure you have things in your bag just in case anything can happen. It could be a delay in the airport, it could be a delay getting through the customs and getting to the hall. So you want to make sure that first night you are covered and that you have what you need to get through the evening so that you could. I recommend if you can, pick up something to eat in the airport. Pick up a KFC, pick up a Castle, whatever there is there. Have something. So you have something to eat when you get landed. And that's also very, very useful. You don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh God, I'm hungry and not have anything. So these are the sort of things you want to think about when you're coming into the airport. Once again, I want you to go back to that welcome letter, go back to the emails that we have sent, and reach out to your hall admin. The individual halls, depending on which hall you came from, would have emailed you and engaged you already. So for example, at JGI, there's a welcome slip that you have to fill out. Same thing at Canada Hall. At Sir Lewis Hall, there was a link to fill out for your arrival. Make sure you check on those things and you do as they ask. Get to know who your hall supervisor is. And when you get here, get to know who your RA is. Get to know who the hall committee, who the hall committee are. I really want you to really get into it all. We'll be doing some activities during the first week, some socials, game nights, different things, really to let you settle in as quickly as possible and get to know other people. The best way to forget that you're homesick is to meet a few people here. I just want to pick up one last thing before I go. I have been getting a few emails from people who want to be close to their friends. We do that. We try to accommodate as best as possible. So if you're traveling with somebody, if you have a friend that you know is coming with you, why don't you all just shoot me an email, copy your friend, say, listen, can I be close to my friend? So at least I know there's someone close by that I know from my island or from my old school or something like that. I know you'll be making a lot of new friends, but it's nice to have someone familiar close by who can sort of go with you along this journey. Once again, I want to welcome you all. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. I know some of you are coming early, some of you coming a bit early, so we look forward to seeing you soon and welcome you to the Halls of Presidents. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Snacks, for that presentation. And I want to ask you just to stay on 2 seconds with us because I saw some really interesting questions pop up in the chat, and I know you'll be able to give some advice on that. So someone asked if they arrive in the night, like let's say around 9,
All right.
10 p.m.
Okay,
There's
what is
someone
great
on
about
the hall.
Sorry, yes, thank you, Patty. What is great about the halls is that we have 24 hours staff. We have what we call our hall porters who sit at the front desk. They are there 24 hours. So there's 3 shifts. There's one who comes at 6 in the morning, there's one who comes at 2 in the afternoon, and another one comes at 10 at night. So there's always someone there. As I said, the RAs live on hall. They are always there. What we do ask, if you're coming late, like say you're coming after 10 o'clock in the evening or you're landing around 10, so you probably take an hour to get out of the airport and stuff, shoot us an email so that we know that you're coming in late, so that we are expecting you at that point. It always helps, especially for those who are coming in from overseas, to get an idea of what day you're coming in. Yes, you can arrive anytime after the 24th, but if you are coming in, say on the 26th, and you're coming in at 9 in the night, just shoot us an email so we have that information. So that we can make a note, okay, this person is coming in this evening, let's look out for them. And the RA for that area will be expecting you and looking out for you. So we really encourage you to reach out to us and tell us that you're coming in. But rest assured, even if you showed up unannounced in the middle of the night, there will be someone there to meet you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Snag. And one last question, let me just ask you, what should our incoming Pelicans be most excited for whole life? What about whole life is, so fantastic?
Um, Let me just answer one question. Someone is asking, what's the rate prior to the 24th? It all depends on the type of room that you have, but the rate's somewhere around $50, $60 per night. But it depends on the type of room that you have. Once again, I recommend if you're coming before the 21st, send us an email to the hall admin on your welcome letter. If you can't find that email, you can't find that letter, send it to me. I will forward it to the individual halls, and they will give you an idea of how much it's going to cost for the number of nights before the 24th that you're coming. And to go back to Patty's question, I think you're really looking. I think one of the greatest things that comes out of hall life is all the people that you meet. I look back on the days that I lived on hall too many years ago. I won't even tell you. Those are some of my closest friends now. I have friends all over the region, all over the world, because they have moved all over the world. And the fact that we were living together, we went through the stress of UE together, we went through the stress of classes together. It brought us so close together. Um, I know people who married their girlfriend from hall. I know people who married their boyfriend from hall. I know people who who their best man was or the, were all from their friends on hall. I think the vibes that you get on hall, those friendships are really what you need to look forward to. But it takes two to make a friend. You need to be willing to step out a little bit out of your comfort zone. Our RAs, the hall committee, will make it as easy as possible for you to meet one another. But get out there, do all the activities, be part of what's going on. There's just so much happening on hall. Be part of it and enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you.
Definitely, Mr. Snacks. Thank you so much for giving that information. And of course, to reiterate what Mr. Snacks was saying, whole life is a really unique experience for university students, and you definitely would want to experience something like that. Of course, we know we have some students who may not be staying on hall and maybe renting in apartments or around the area in different accommodations, and that's all well and fine too. We encourage you all to stay close to us, keep us connected, let us know where you're staying so that, in the event that you'll need anything or anything was to happen, we can still provide assistance. So definitely, thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah, I
Snacks.
just need
And
one
I
last
know,
question. Let me just touch on that. What you need to check
yes,
in, walk with your ID, and if you have a hard copy of your hall contract, bring that as well with you. That's all we need for you.
right. So you see,
All
guys,
right,
simple
bye.
and easy. Bye-bye, Mr. Snacks. Thank you so much. And if you all have any questions or you want to find out additional information on any extra rates that you may have to pay if you're coming in a little bit earlier, as Mr. Snacks was saying, you'll just shoot them an email, let them know. Most important thing, just keep communicating. Once you keep communicating, you'll be able to find out all the information that you need. So we want to delve into a little bit of a really special page that we have created for you guys, which is the regional and international section of the FYE webpage. So I'm going to share my screen right now and take you all through what that webpage looks like and what you find there. So of course, the handle or the web tag, I guess, that you'll be typing in is sta.uwe.edu-fye, and that takes you to the first year experience page. And then on the first year experience page is the international regional portal, which has been created specifically for you. And in the International Regional Portal, you can see where your fellow Pelicans are also soaring from. So as you slide through, you'll see we have a variety of different countries here with a little bit of information on it, how many Pelicans are soaring in from there. So you can see where your colleagues are coming from and you can get excited about meeting people from around the world coming in to study at St. Augustine. Additionally, the Island Association page is also here. There are various island associations on campus. Underneath the Guild IAC, which is the International Affairs Committee chairperson. And you can see some that say sign up and some of them say follow. The ones that say sign up, you can click immediately to sign up for that association and they will reach out to you. And the ones that say follow, it will take you straight to their social media pages so that you can communicate with them directly or through us or the Guild IAC. So feel free to browse that and get excited. And then, of course, there is the regional and international students calendar, which details the upcoming initiatives that we have for you as regional international students. So at this time, I want to encourage you all to go ahead and bookmark that page on your browser. It's a very important page for you as an incoming student. definitely bookmark that page, and definitely we can post the link in the chat, asking my team to help facilitate that, to post the link to that website in the chat so that you can have easy access to it. And of course, stay up to date with us on social media at DSSD_UWSC to find out any additional information that you might need, as an incoming regional and international student. Of course, as well, I would like to now share a testimonial from one of your fellow Pelicans who have passed through the FYE program. This is Deshanti Medford, and she has a little message for you guys. So,
hi everyone, my name is Deshanti, a DSSD St champion, and I'm from the beautiful island of Dominica. Last year, I was just like you, nervous about traveling to a new country and being away from my family. I actually tuned into all the pretty culture and smart start sessions, and I just tried my best to learn everything I could about what was needed of me before traveling to Trinidad. And honestly, this helped me prepare both mentally and practically. One helpful experience I had was the airport meet and greet. As someone who did not know a thing about traveling from point A to point B in Trinidad, this was super helpful. It made the transition from the airport to hall super simple. Another big experience I had when I first arrived in Trinidad was shopping day. I was able to get all my essentials, such as toiletries, kitchen utensils, and most importantly, my fan. This helped me settle into my home away from home. So, it's okay to be nervous. Just know that there are many services available to you, regional and international students. So take advantage of them. And good luck in your UWI journey.
So that was a message from Deshanti, one of our current student champions and someone who has passed through the FYE program as a regional and international student. You all can give us some love in the chat for sending in that testimonial. And I just want to do a little check-in right now with you all in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling, if these things have been helpful so far. Are you excited to reach in, to live on hall? Are you excited to be coming to Trinidad and Tobago to experience the Trini culture? Because let me tell you, all, a culture is one of a kind. So definitely, I'm seeing some congratulations emojis. I'm seeing a heart in the chat. Thank you, Lorenzo. So definitely very excited for you all to pass through the program, and we'll tell you a little bit more about what's in store a little bit later. But right now, I want to delve over to my colleague, Ms. Suplio, Megan Suplio, from the Student Engagement Unit, and she is going to be giving you all a little bit of tips for travel and packing. Packing as a regional international student coming in to stay here for a little while, y'all, it's very important, and you don't want to be a heavy fee on your suitcase. So Megan is going to give you a little bit of information on what you definitely need for when you first arrive here. So Megan, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Patty. Welcome again to our incoming regional and international students. If you all have not attended the first session, not to worry, we're going to cover ample tips for you all to be ready, calm, and confident when you all get here. So let's start. It's roughly about 3 or more days, a little countdown, and final prep before you all leave home. Yes, so you all will want to print and have digital copies of your passport, visa, if we have any international students coming in, your UWI acceptance letter, proof of accommodation or hall placement, vaccination or medical documents, if applicable. And you would want to carry a small amount of local currency, or TTD, for snacks, at the airport, and that kind of thing when you all want to buy any food to bring to halls or your accommodation. Right? You want to keep these in a waterproof and easy to reach travel folder in your hand luggage. Your packing essentials. Trinidad is warm year-round, as our regional students would know. So pack light clothing, breathable clothing, a light jacket, if you all have classes and it tends to get a little cold. You want to work with your suitable adapter for Trinidad. Also, in terms of medication, I know Mr. Snack spoke about this already. Bring at least about 1 month supply, with the original packaging and prescription in case that you all have to refill that prescription again. You want to also pack snacks for the journey and your travel pillow, just to ensure that you have a comfortable transit from your home into your other home. And don't forget your cultural item. Yes, you want to bring one small cultural item from your home or your territory, and this could be a small flag, a traditional craft, or any keepsake that is, sentimental to you. You will have opportunities to share and to celebrate your culture during campus events. In terms of checking your luggage, you want to ensure that you weigh your bags to avoid any excess baggage fees, as Mr. Patty had previously mentioned. And you want to add your luggage tag with your full name, your destination address, your contact number in the event that anything gets lost, misplaced, that kind of thing. We will know how to get it. They will know how to get it to you. Before you reach to the airport, we suggest that you confirm your flight details. Just ensure that you know what day you are leaving and that sort of thing. You can online check in 24 hours before you get to the airport. Make sure and arrange your transport to the airport and aim to arrive at least 3 hours before, especially for our international students that are coming in. You want to keep your travel folder that I spoke about previously in your personal bag. Do not check it in. Have that readily available with you and close to you in your personal bag. Yes, you want to eat before you leave to go to the airport or pack your snacks, because we know airport food prices could be a little on the expensive side. Yes, and ensure to dress comfortably for travel. Comfortably and sensibly, of course. Yes, at the airport now, you want to have your passport and your boarding pass ready for you before you reach to the front of the line, Answer questions politely and confidently. You want to keep an eye on any gate changes via the screens that are around the airport so that you are abreast of the situation at all times. If you have a layover, especially for my international students, you want to know your next gate location early on. Set alarms if you plan to take a nap or you plan to relax so you don't miss your flight. Yes, arrival into Trinidad, make sure and fill out the immigration form that is usually given to you on the plane before you arrive in Trinidad. Make sure and fill out that immigration form. Present your passport, your acceptance letter, and address of stay at immigration. Be honest about items that you're declaring, because fines can be steep for false declarations. Yes. So yes, these next 3 days or more roughly will fly by, literally. So make checklists, pack smart, keep your documents safe, and don't forget to pack your cultural items from home. And we will see you soon, Pelicans. I will also try my best to liaise with my colleague, Mr. Patty, and see if we can upload a packing checklist that I have created, and you all can find it on the regional and international students webpage that I included in the chat. So later on today, between today and tomorrow, we will upload that checklist that can assist you and, just get you more prepared. So Mr. Patty, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leo, for those wonderful tips. Of course, as we all know, packing is a little bit stressful sometimes, especially when you're unsure of the environment that you might be coming into. So definitely thank you so much for those tips. And she said we would have them posted as a package on the webpage that you guys should visit at sta.uw.edu/FYE, regional and international students. So definitely, as we said, we are extremely excited to have you join us physically, finally at the UWI St. Augustine campus. We can't wait to engage with you here in Trinidad and Tobago. And at this time, I'm going to ask for us to share a video highlight from our check-in ceremony so that we can talk to you a little bit about it after. What is check-in? What is airport meet and greet? Have I already registered for airport meet and greet? All that information will be answered, but we'd love to share this video highlight reel with you all. So asking the team over to you if you could just share that video highlight reel from our last check-in. Right, guys. So that's check-in. That's basically what check-in is. So check-in is your welcome and reception, your official welcome and reception to the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine. But before you arrive, there's something called airport meet and greet. So you would have seen in our communications, we've been asking you to register for airport meet and greet. It is a service that we provide as part of the FYE experience, where we officially greet you and welcome you at the airport in the arrival hall, and then transport you to your respective hall or your destination of choice here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we have gotten a good bit of responses from airport meet and greet. We're still looking for some more from you guys. And it can be done on the register. You have to register, and it can be done on the FYE website, in the calendar, the FYE calendar. Under airport meet and greet, you'll see a registration link. We also would have sent that registration link over to you via email. So definitely check your email, and you have to register so that we know the date and time you're coming in. Airport meet and greet itself runs from the 18th to the 22nd of August. However, if you're arriving before or after that, the service will still be available to you, the transportation service at a cost. And that is detailed in the form that you fill out. So definitely fill it out, and we can't wait to welcome you guys here. Those of you who have already registered, we have received it. And we will communicate with you very, very, very soon on the confirmation of your details, and reach out to you for any information that we might need to ensure that we pick you up safely, securely, and that you have a great experience from the time you land in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's really, really important to us here at the Student Engagement Unit. Additionally, as we were saying, check-in is your official welcome reception at the University of the West Indies. Check-in runs on the 28th and 29th of August. It is also by registration only. So that registration form is going to be open very soon for you to register for check-in itself. The first day, which is the 28th, is the official welcome ceremony. You will be briefed on, well, it's first of all a cultural experience in Trinidad and Tobago. You're coming in, you're learning, you're hearing the accent in person for the first time. Maybe for some of you, you're learning all about the campus rules and what you need to know on campus. You learn a little bit about mental health. You're learning about the other people that you're coming to interact with, and you're sharing in our culture and our experiences. So you definitely don't want to miss that first day. And then the second day is our community tour, which is the St. Augustine and Environs community, and a personal shopping day, which is always, very, very exciting. So you can get all the essentials that you need here at Trinidad and Tobago when you arrive in Trinidad and Tobago. You could go and get your cutlery. You can get maybe a fan if you're feeling a little bit warm, personal items, personal products, feminine hygiene products, if that's something that you need. And we take you around, and you get a little bit of goods here in Trinidad and Tobago. So that's definitely something that I think is quite exciting. And I can see a little bit of love in the chat for people who are excited to go on that personal shopping. They're excited to go on that community tour, excited to experience the Trinidad and Tobago culture, but remember, it's by registration only. So I want to make sure that you guys go ahead and register, and we will, of course, send you an email to talk about the details that you would need for registration for check-in and airport meet and greet. And of course, to reiterate, those of you who have already registered, you will be receiving your confirmation very, very soon. And I know we've been communicating with some of you all via WhatsApp already. So at this time, I would love to open up the floor for any questions that you would have. We'll do our best to answer. I do want to acknowledge Mrs. Alana Campbell-John, who is here from the Office of the Director of the DSSD. FYE, and to contextualize it, FYE is a first year experience program that is run by the DSSD, and Ms. Alana Campbell-John is here from the Office of the Director to maybe answer any DSSD related questions that you may have that we could direct to her. So like I said, opening the floor to Q&A, you could just raise your hand, and I will call on you if you want to know anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to you being a regional international student. If it's anything UWI related at all, feel free to ask it. So I would open the floor now. If anybody has any questions, just raise your hand. And yes, you could also drop questions in the chat. Which day is the shopping day? Janelle is asking which day is the shopping day. The shopping day is the 29th of August. So check-in, which is the 28th and 29th. It's a 2-day experience. The first day is the welcome ceremony, and the second day is the shopping day and community tour. How much do you think a fan costs? That's an interesting question because it depends on the type of fan. There's regular desk fans, There's regular there's regular desk fans, there's standing fans, rotating fans, fans that blow specifically cool air. It all ranges. I think you can budget yourself, but on the expensive side in Trinidad, so you can budget yourself maybe, I would say between maybe 200 to 300 TTE. And as Mr. Snack said, 300 to 400 for a standing fan. So, it's something that you definitely want to get. It's a good investment to make because in Trinidad and Tobago, it is a little bit on the hotter side, definitely. We have that warm Caribbean tropical weather, so that means it's hot. So definitely you'd want to get a fan. Um, Lorenzo said the 29th is so far. Yes, it's true, but that gives you more time to be excited about it. So, we just want you to be able to get everything you need in the shopping day. Is it possible to get local currency at the airport? Yes, it definitely is. There is a cambio in the arrival hall that you can exchange currency at. However, the rates do vary based on country, and the exchange rate is a little bit higher in the airport itself. Tiana is asking, is groceries expensive? It definitely depends on what you want to buy and where you're getting it. In the area, we will take you guys to somewhere that you might be able to get some grocery stuff on the community tour, but definitely around St. Augustine, there's a little bit of supermarkets and mini marts and stuff that you can get groceries at a decent price. Will the university allow me on the second week of September? As in, you haven't received your acceptance as yet and you're still waiting for it? And someone says, if I'm awaiting a response from my government in relation to scholarship, which will be announced on the second week of September. That's fine. That's fine. You're still very much welcome at the University of the West Indies, even if you're waiting on that. If it's to register for your financial document, you can just let the university know. You can email admis@uw.sta.edu and let them. Is PriceMart recommended for groceries? Now we can get a little bit personal here. I go to PriceMart for my groceries. I like it because you buy in bulk. And I know a lot of regional international students do intend to buy in bulk when they first arrive, and PriceMart is a good place to buy in bulk. Josh is asking for the medical form in relation to staying on dorms for persons missing a specific vaccine. Would you be barred access from entering the dorm? And can you get the vaccines at UWI Health Services Department? So our HSU department does give out vaccines, but I'll ask Mr. Snaggs if he's still here to maybe answer this question. If there's a specific vaccination needed.
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Snaggs,
there
will they be barred?
are certain vaccinations that you need for the hall. The vaccination actually, the vaccination actually is in two parts. If you haven't received any at all, you can get it at the HSU, the Health Services Unit here on campus. All vaccinations are available to you free of charge. If you had one and you just have to have the second one, please walk with a letter and they'll be able to give you the second vaccine. We will not bar you from coming on hall without a vaccination, but you do need to commit to getting it at the Health Services Unit. And that will form part of your medical clearance with them. So you inform them that you have to get that. As I said, it's free.
Thanks so much, Mr. Snag. So you all heard that you will not be barred from entering the halls. You can enter your halls as normal, but do ensure that you get your vaccinations up to date. I'll take two more questions from the chat, but we don't want to run out of time. Ariana, could you let us know what faculty you're referring to? Which faculty is that? Because I know we have some in-person orientations coming up, but regardless of whatever faculty it is, you could always email the faculty directly and let them know that you are a regional international student, you are not yet in Trinidad and Tobago, and they will be able to facilitate either an online advising session or advising session later down in the semester, closer to the beginning of the semester when you do arrive. So you can let them know Faculty of Engineering, yeah. So you can definitely just email them and continue to follow up if you don't hear a response. If you don't get a response, just send them a follow-up email, and we could always, do a little bit on our end for you as well, so we can communicate with the Faculty of Engineering and just let them know that you've reached out to them. So I'll do one more question. For payment of any school fees, for example, all fees of Visa cards accepted as a form of payment at the cashier on campus. Yes, they are accepted by our cashier. So you can definitely do that. Of course, our payment portal, as you may have been told or you may have been made aware of online, is down at the moment. But I'm sure it will be back up soon. Or if not, you could do physical payments at the cashier. right? So I hope that was able to alleviate a little bit of your anxieties into coming into Trinidad and Tobago. And at this point, before we do our quick little wrap up, we need to get some feedback from you all. Like I said, we are so very excited to welcome you physically in person, whether that be in the airport or at check-in itself on the 28th and 29th. Ensure that you register for airport meet and greet because it's very soon approaching. It starts on Monday, and you register for check-in when that information is sent over. Before I end, I just want to pass over to Mr. Alder, Manager, Student Engagement Unit, to just give a little bit of remarks before we close. So, Mr. Alder, over to you.
Thank you so much, Joseph, and to everyone that shared today. Students, we're happy that you joined us. And I just want to sort of build on some of the stuff that you heard today. Just to put this into perspective for you, regional international students are very, very important to us, and we know that there are particular needs that you have. So what we're asking is that as you progress through this academic year, that you stay connected to us, keep in conversation with us. There are many different ways that you can reach out to us via email, via WhatsApp number. And so we're asking that you just engage, just keep that dialogue going. Should there be any area that you require support, should there be any information that you need, we're asking that you reach out. So you've been hearing about the DSSD for some time now, and I just want to reinforce that our commitment is to support your success and to facilitate your holistic development while doing so. So we have 9 departments at the division, each providing a certain service or initiative or wealth of resources that you can engage with. And it's really just to support your benefit and your development and growth and success. So essentially, we are here to ensure that you succeed every single step of the way. Today, you heard some much needed information about what we have in place to support your transition. And I want to encourage you to take it step by step. All right, so you're preparing for travel. As you've heard, Airport Meet and Greet is designed to support your transfers. So we encourage you to register if you haven't already done so. And once you get here, keep in contact with us. Be sure to attend the check-in welcome reception. Join us for the personal shopping day that you heard about earlier. And even as you progress through the semester, there will be challenges. But again, we are here to support you. All right. So we are asking that you stay connected to us. You will get some information very soon about the academic calendar. It will be published on our campus's digital platforms very soon. But just to give you a heads up, that registration will officially start on the 18th. It does not mean that on the 18th you are going to attempt to register. If you've been part of FYE for the last few weeks, you've been hearing us taking you through the registration process. So just to remind you that a key action required on your path as of now, in addition, of course, to signing up for airport meet and greet and participating in check-in, is to ensure that you go through the registration process, which will commence with you participating in academic advising. So we acknowledge that some of you may not be here physically. So we're asking that you take on the responsibility to communicate that. All right, and communicate that in a timely manner so that measures can be put in place to facilitate you. So academic advising is definitely something that that would require your involvement and participation. After academic advising, only then would you proceed to actually select your courses online. All right, so again, it's trying to not become overwhelmed with all of the things that you have to do. Check in with us at different points so that you can, get the reminders that you need and the extra support that you need. Keep an open mind and a positive outlook as well. This is a big transition. It's one that we acknowledge, but it's one that we're prepared to support you with, all right, and support you through. So again, we look forward to welcoming you. We thank you for choosing us again at the UWI St campus. And yes, see you in a few days. So Josie, thank you. And I'm handing back to you. And students, again, we look forward to welcoming you to Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you so much, Jarrell, Mr. Alder. Thank you so very much for that. And like Mr. Alder said, guys, we can't wait to welcome you here in Trinidad and Tobago. So that does conclude the session. You will be hearing lots more from me and my team going forward. We can't wait to welcome you in person, and we can't wait to see your experience at the UWI St. Augustine unfold. So take care, guys, and we'll see you very soon face to face.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like,
comment,
share, and subscribe.